Hello everyone. My name is Rad Tyler C. Pasag, and welcome to my project walkthrough. In this video, I'm going to show you how my full stack web application works locally. In this video, I'm going to show you how my full stack web application works locally. Um, in and I'll walk through the backend code, the database models, the Google login system, and the adoption system, the shop system, and then I'll finish with full UI walkthrough. So let's start with the backend first. Um, First is like the server JavaScript here. Um, so here's this is the heart of of my backend. The very top, I print a message saying the server is starting, then load all these modules I needed. I also load my env file, so I can um in- so I can use the environment, so I can use my environment variables. Next, I set up the Express, enable the course, I enabled JSON parsing, and serve the entire public folder so all my HTML, CSS, and JavaScript can load perfectly. And directly, and then I set up the sessions. This allows the users to stay logged in, and even when they refresh the page after they initialize the passport, which handles the Google login. I also added a request logger. Um, So every time someone visits a page or calls an API route, the server prints the method and URL. This helps me debug stuff. So and then I connected MongoDB Atlas using Mongoose. If the connection works, I print success. If not, I print the error. All that I define all my API routes. So order saving route. So in this one, this route saves shop orders. It receives the items, the total price, and the user information. It creates a new order document and it saves it to the MongoDB and user registration. This route handles a normal email password registration. It checks if the email is already exists, hashes the password using a encrypted and saves the user. And user login. This route handles login. It finds the user by email, compares password using a encrypted, and if it matches, it creates a JWT token and sends it back. And an adoption form submission, if I can find that. Here, I believe. Um, this route saves adoption forms. It stores all the fields from this form, plus the user's ID, name, and email if they're logged in. And then my favorite one, the pet API. Fetching. This one of the biggest parts of the backend. I fetch real animals from the rescue group API. Thanks to them, I built a formatter that extracts name, breed, age, image, description, gender, size, and like, location. You can see here. I also built a special handler for small pets because the API doesn't have like a small category for them. So I manually loop through species like rabbits, hamsters, guinea pigs, and so on. For the Google routes, and it's for the dogs. Let me find it here. Um, there's like two routes handle Google login. The first one sends the user to Google. The second one receives the user back and logs them in. And a logout route. This clears the session and logs the user out. Very simple. This one checks login user. Sorry. This route returns the currently logged in user. The front end uses this to update the UI. And this one starts server. Finally start a server on port 3000. And then from this next file is the passport config.js. This one. Um, this is my a Google login configuration. I import passport and Google Oath and Google Oath strategy and my user model. Then I set up the Google strategy. I pass in the Google ID client, Google client secret, and the callback URL. And then when the Google sends back the user's profile, I check if the users already exists in a MongoDB. If not, I create a new user using their Google ID, name and email. Then I serialize the user into the session and deserialize them when needed. This is like what makes the Google login work. See here. And then like let's move to like the Mongoose models. Like I have three models user, like user order and adoption, like inside this server folder. Um, the user model stores Google ID, name, email, and password, like optional. Order, here inside are items, total price, user information, and data. And then the adoption model here. This script, this one has all the adoption form fields, user, and all the adoption form fields, user info, and date. Sorry. These models define how the data is saved in MongoDB. Um, this one is pets front end script. Pets front end script. This script handles the adoption pages. It checks if the user log in, if it loads a pet type from the page, it fetches pets from the backend, it renders pet cards, it opens a model with pet details, it expands long descriptions, it opens the adoption form, it submits the adoption form to the backend. This script controls the entire adoption experiences. And then the cart GS. This script handles all the shopping cart. It stores the cart items in array. It updates the cart count. It opens and closes the cart panel. It renders all the cart items and it renders all. It calculates the total price. It removes the items. It handles checkouts. It validates payment fields. It also sends like order to the backend. It also checks if the user is logged in before the adding items to the cart. This script controls the login and sign up panels. This opens a login panel, it opens a sign up panel, it switches between them, it hides them with animation, it updates the UI when the user is logged in, it logs the user out. This front end side of the authentication, as you can see here. Um, the shop page script, this one. So like this script handles the shop page, it loads all the products, like here. Had like 46 stored in total, I believe, or 48. It loads all products. It filters by the category. It filters by pet type also. It filters by search term. It displays product cards. It adds products to the cart. It shows a no result message when needed. And this entire shop system, this is the entire shop system. And then finally about my walkthrough video. Now let me show you how the app runs. So this is my walkthrough, and as you can see, this is the start of the server with the Node Server GS. Then I open the browser and go to the logout. I can log in with Google in this website, like here. I can browse pets, like depends on what you want. For example, if I want like uh, small pets, it loads like very slow because like I added like so many small pets and I combine all of them here. Um, I can like open this one, like pet details, or like Shuri. Click read more, so you can see more of her descriptions. And if I tap tab, It shows this one that I have to be signed in, and also I can go to the shop here. As you can see, these are like the buttons for the categories: collar, beds, and toys and foods. And you can select pet. You can just filter them out. For example, if you want something for the birds, it shows this for the birds. And this is the search products. For example, if you just want dog food, oh, here, see, this is for the bird. But if you want all of them, you can show this one. And this is how everything works. And also, wait, oh yeah, you have to be logged in order to access this one. So I'll show you what it looks like if it's access. If you're like logged in, I mean. Here you go. Now I can finally like scroll and like adopt. For example, if I want a fair, I can click adopt, and I can see like I have to fill up these forms, and these like all required, so like I can't skip them. And here I'm just gonna I'm gonna use my a fake like information about me. Like here I'm just gonna type three homes. So I don't know what to type. Here I can drag down if you own a rent, if you own a house or rent, if you own like if you have other pets, or like do you own like have you ever owned a pet before? You say yes, and then I will spend. Oh, where will this pet spend most of its time? Like here, it can be like here, this Alafari looks like she goes everywhere, so I'm gonna pick both. And here, like, what do you want? Why do you want to adopt this pet? This is where you put your the reasoning on why. So I'm gonna say because she's cute. And here's a checkbox. So the understand is the meanings form is not guaranteed adoption. Someone might have like you know got her first and submit, and it shows the adoption like submission like successfully, and now there. And it should show in the adoption form in here in the MongoDB Atlas. It takes a while. I don't know why. Here, as you can see, all affairs shows here with my name, my email, phone number, and things. And also now that because I am logged in, I can finally buy stuff. For example, if I want to buy these cats for Alafair, I want to buy three of them, and let's give her a little toy. Wait, like this one because she like mice. And then let's give her a little Kit Kat cave. I don't need color because wait, no, we need color because she goes outside. And then like you see here, this card pops up, and you can see this buttons. You can like let's remove some of them. For example, like I got too many like toys, so I can just remove one of them. And it shows the total here. To check out. Here this like payment details here, it's just fake, so that's why it shows this one. So I'm just gonna say hello. That's my like bank card. On this is my card number. There you go. This for expiration date of my card. Say just like that. And for my code, that. And and you can just click confirm payment. And this shows here, little like payment successful. Thank you for your order. And then if you go here, go to the orders. It takes a while. And here, it shows all the things I bought for her. And it's a total, my name, my email, because I use my email, my real email for this. And that's it. Thank you for all for watching, and hope you like my website.